Happening now, members of Indiana Task Force 1 are leaving North Carolina and heading to Florida in response to Hurricane Milton. The task force is made up of first responders from Indiana. Previously, they had been conducting search and rescue missions in western North Carolina following Hurricane Helene.
We are getting an inside look at Milton right now. Hurricane hunters were tossed around as they launched the core of Milton earlier today. Miss Piggy is a Lakeland base plane used to fly into storms. It's equipped with instruments and devices that drop into the storm that measure pressure, humidity, temperature, wind direction, speed, all to help us prepare and get ready for what's to come.
And what's to come is expected to be a monster. Milton is prompting one of the largest evacuations of Florida that state has ever seen.
Just minutes ago, Milton was re-upgraded to a Category 5 storm. Chelsea Torres is live in Lakeland, Florida. Chelsea, what are people telling you there?
Terrence, Sylvia, one man tells me that Hurricane Milton looks scary. Where I'm at in Lakeland, it's not on the coast of Florida, it's more in central Florida, about 100 miles from Tampa, or an hour from Tampa itself. And the one thing a lot of people that are saying that have lived here their entire lives is that after what they saw what happened with Helene, not only just in Florida, but up through the Carolinas, they say they're gearing up for the worst.
Supplies and stuff like that, batteries and food and water. And, our house has the newer lights and stuff, or the newer windows in it, so we're hoping, we don't have to board up.
Emergency officials are telling people the window is closing to prepare. Lakeland and surrounding areas are not under a mandatory evacuation, but the county opened over a dozen shelters. Grocery stores are slowly running out of water and produce. Some gas stations are also running out of fuel, causing long lines at other gas pumps. People who live in Central Florida say they've dealt with hurricanes, but not like this.
It's definitely a different experience coming through this area because it would always bypass us. It never would come straight through this area. It would hit Tampa, Clearwater, but Lakeland as a whole, I never really experienced this before.
Florida's governor has already deployed thousands of National Guardsmen and even search and rescue people. Not only that, but he says there's over 1 million gallons of fuel headed towards Central Florida. That's not because there's a fuel shortage, but because gas stations ran out of fuel a lot quicker than they expected. In Lakeland, Florida, Chelsea Torres, Fox 32, Chicago.
All right, Chelsea, thanks so much. Emily is keeping an eye on Milton and our forecast here at home. What are you going to update us on first, Emily?
Well, as of right now, let's talk about the peak storm surge. So this is a lot of what everybody in Florida is outrunning, right? So all the folks that are closer to the coast, we're looking at over 12 feet of storm surge being possible. And that number is a forecast that's given above ground level. So that means 12 feet above ground level is what that storm surge could be. Basically from Tampa Bay, Clearwater, all the way down toward the Sarasota area. Still above 12 feet is possible near Cape Coral. So again, a lot of folks kind of rushing inland, but even inland, they're going to be dealing with a lot of rain, localized flooding, and of course a lot of wind too, as Milton contains, or I should say it continues through Florida with its Category 2, maybe Category 1 strength all the way over to the far east coast.